Doctor reveals 4 dangerous veggies for diabetes. Have you ever wondered why, despite avoiding fatty meats, cutting out sugary sweets, and diligently eating vegetables, your blood sugar still fluctuates uncontrollably? Fatigue, dizziness, lightheadedness, and even sudden tremors keep you constantly worried. The reason may not be a lack of effort, but could lie in the very vegetables you trust, which might be betraying your health. Not all vegetables are safe for people with diabetes, a fact backed by numerous scientific studies. According to the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, some vegetables contain high levels of starch or metabolism-disrupting compounds, enough to spike blood sugar rapidly after just one meal. Today, we'll unveil the mystery behind 4 common but dangerous vegetables and explore how to replace them with better choices. Are you ready to rethink your view of vegetables? Lotus root, a delicious, crunchy treat, but a blood sugar trap. Lotus root. Just the mention of it brings to mind a fragrant bowl of bone broth soup or a crispy, lightly sweet salad that pairs perfectly with rice. But did you know that lotus root, despite its humble appearance, hides a secret that people with diabetes should beware of? Research from Peking University Medical School reveals that lotus root contains 11.5% starch, equivalent to a significant amount of carbohydrates. Although its glycemic index, GI, is relatively low, around 32.6, this starch accumulates in the body and converts to glucose, silently raising blood sugar levels. Even more concerning, many people mistake lotus root for a vegetable and eat it freely, sometimes completely replacing green vegetables. The result? Unexpected blood sugar spikes accompanied by prolonged fatigue. Moreover, while lotus root is rich in fiber and promotes satiety, eating too much or pairing it with rice, noodles, or potatoes can push the total carbohydrate intake beyond safe levels. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition and Metabolism indicates that carbohydrates from tubers like lotus root can cause significant blood sugar fluctuations in people with diabetes if not carefully controlled. So, how can you enjoy lotus root without worrying about blood sugar? The key is moderation. Consume only a small portion, about 50 to 70 gr per serving. Opt for simple preparations like boiling or light soups, and absolutely avoid pairing it with other starchy foods. Curious about the next vegetable, which is even more dangerous than lotus root? Let's find out. Pumpkin, naturally sweet but a blood sugar betrayer. Pumpkin, also known as butternut squash, has long been a star in Vietnamese kitchens. From creamy pumpkin porridge to vibrant stir-fried pumpkin with garlic or wholesome steamed pumpkin, it's loved for its natural sweetness and nourishing qualities. But can you guess that this very sweetness is quietly pushing your blood sugar to dangerous peaks? According to the American Nutrition Association, pumpkin has a sky-high glycemic index, GI of 75, comparable to white rice or bread. This means that just 30 minutes after eating pumpkin, your blood sugar can spike, putting immense pressure on the pancreas and reducing insulin efficiency. Beyond its high GI, pumpkin contains about 15% carbohydrates, meaning 100 grams of pumpkin provides 15 grams of starch, a concerning figure for people with diabetes. A study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism highlights that carbohydrate-rich foods like pumpkin, despite containing vitamin A and antioxidants, can cause significant blood sugar fluctuations if consumed regularly. This is especially dangerous for older adults, whose bodies have a reduced ability to regulate glucose. Does this mean you have to give up pumpkin entirely? Not quite. The trick is to eat very small portions, about 50 grams per serving, preferably steamed or in light soups, and always monitor your blood sugar after eating to track your body's response. But is there another vegetable even more common that you're eating daily without suspecting its risks? Keep reading to find out. Pickled mustard greens, a rustic dish, but an enemy of insulin. A plate of crunchy, tangy pickled mustard greens next to a steaming bowl of rice can make any meal irresistible. But would you be surprised to learn that this rustic dish is on the list of foods people with diabetes should limit as much as possible? The issue isn't sugar, but the sky-high sodium content in pickled mustard greens. Research from Harvard University shows that excessive sodium intake can raise blood pressure, cause fluid retention, and crucially, reduce insulin sensitivity, the hormone essential for blood sugar control. When insulin functions poorly, even with careful dietary restrictions, blood sugar can spike unexpectedly, trapping you in a cycle of fatigue and complications. Additionally, improperly prepared or overly fermented pickled mustard greens can harbor harmful bacteria and compounds that damage the sensitive gut health of older adults. A study in the Journal of Preventive Medicine indicates that a long-term high-sodium diet not only increases the risk of hypertension, but also worsens insulin resistance, making diabetes harder to manage. So how can you still enjoy pickled mustard greens without harming your health? The answer is to limit consumption drastically, eating only a small amount, about 20 to 30 g, rinsing off excess salt before use, and replacing it with lightly boiled or stir-fried vegetables. Curious about the final vegetable on this list and why over 80% of people with diabetes still eat it weekly without a second thought? Let's dive in. Potatoes, the starch king. Masquerading as a vegetable, potatoes, the humble tuber found in every kitchen, from crispy fries to creamy mashed potatoes or simple boiled spuds. Some even believe potatoes can replace rice to control blood sugar. But are you shocked to learn that potatoes are the starch king in disguise, capable of causing blood sugar spikes after just one meal? Research from the University of Sydney shows that potatoes have a glycemic index ranging from 60 to 87, depending on preparation. Notably, mashed or fried potatoes have a GI as high as 87, nearly matching white rice, causing blood glucose to skyrocket. Moreover, potatoes contain rapidly digestible starch that converts to glucose, making your blood sugar erratic even with small portions. A study in the American Journal of Cardiology warns that fried or oil-heavy potato dishes not only affect blood sugar, but also increase the risk of high cholesterol, hypertension, and heart disease, dangerous complications for people with diabetes. So how can you coexist with potatoes? Eat sparingly, about 50 grams per serving. Prioritize boiling or steaming, and opt for lower GI tubers like sweet potatoes. But what will truly help you manage blood sugar sustainably? The next section reveals even more compelling secrets. After learning about the 4 vegetables that can silently sabotage your blood sugar control efforts, you're probably wondering, so which vegetables are truly safe or even medicinal for your health? Don't worry, our journey isn't over. This section introduces 7 golden vegetables praised by nutritionists and endocrinologists, not only stabilizing blood sugar but also protecting your heart, boosting immunity, and bringing peace to your golden years. Plus, I'll reveal a surprising secret at the end, a vital insight you can't afford to miss. Are you ready to transform your meals into natural medicine? Leafy greens, the blood sugar heroes. If you had to choose the ultimate ally for diabetes, leafy greens would top the list. From tender spinach to crunchy kale and refreshing lettuce, these vegetables are not only delicious, but also superheroes in blood sugar control. Research from the University of Leicester shows that leafy greens have a near zero glycemic index, are rich in fiber, vitamins A, C, and folic acid. Spinach in particular contains alpha-lipoic acid, proven to enhance insulin sensitivity and slow sugar absorption into the bloodstream. Kale, dubbed the queen of greens, is packed with antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin, reducing inflammation and protecting the pancreas, where insulin is produced. A study in the British Journal of Nutrition found that adding leafy greens to your daily diet can reduce the risk of cardiovascular complications in diabetes by up to 14%. You can boil, lightly stir-fry, or blend them into smoothies, but limit oil to preserve their nutritional value. Want to discover the next vegetable, affordable yet equally powerful? Cabbage, the budget-friendly superfood for heart and blood sugar. Don't underestimate cabbage, the humble vegetable found in every market or supermarket. Research from the University of Copenhagen shows that cabbage and other cruciferous vegetables, like broccoli and Brussels sprouts, contain sulforaphane, a compound that improves insulin sensitivity and lowers blood glucose. Cabbage is also rich in vitamin C, protecting blood vessels, which are prone to damage in diabetes. A study in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that regular cabbage consumption can reduce the risk of kidney and eye complications in diabetes. Cabbage is incredibly versatile. Boil, stir-fry, make salads, or cook it in soups. The key is to keep flavors light, avoiding excessive salt or oil. With its low cost and exceptional benefits, cabbage is a silent hero in your meals. But is there a vegetable that's both delicious and protective of your eyes? Keep reading to find out. Carrots. The secret lies in eating them. Raw carrots, the crisp, sweet root loved by all, are nature's gift to people with diabetes, but only if you eat them correctly. Research from Tufts University shows that raw carrots have an ultra-low glycemic index, around 16, are rich in beta-carotene, a precursor to vitamin A, and support eye health and immunity. Soluble fiber in carrots slows starch digestion, stabilizing blood sugar after meals and curbing hunger, a key factor in weight control. However, cooking raises carrots' GI slightly, to about 40, so moderation is key. Try raw carrots in salads, sugar-free juices, or as a snack. A study in the Journal of the American Dietetic Association found that raw carrots reduce the risk of post-meal blood sugar spikes by 11% compared to cooked ones. Curious about a vegetable that cools the body and supports the liver? Cucumbers, nature's cooling medicine. Cucumbers, the familiar vegetable in fresh platters or salads, are a cooling friend that people with diabetes can't overlook. With over 90% water and a glycemic index of just 15, cucumbers detoxify the body, cool the liver, and act as a mild diuretic, especially beneficial for older adults or those feeling overheated. Research from Mahidol University shows that cucumbers contain fiber and cucurbitacin, slowing carbohydrate absorption and preventing sudden blood sugar spikes after meals. Eat cucumbers raw, in salads, or juiced for a refreshing drink. A tip: combine cucumbers with a splash of fresh lemon and mint leaves for flavor without sugar. But what about a rarer vegetable, highly praised by endocrinologists? Let's explore. Asparagus, the super vegetable for insulin and health. Asparagus may be unfamiliar to some, but it's a precious gem recommended by endocrinologists for diabetes. Research from Karolinska University shows that asparagus is rich in folate, vitamin K, and antioxidants, enhancing insulin sensitivity and preventing nerve complications. A study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology found that adding asparagus to the diet can reduce blood glucose by 10% after 12 weeks. Asparagus can be boiled, steamed, or lightly stir-fried with garlic for a refined flavor. Though pricier than other vegetables, its health benefits are undeniable. Want to know the final 2 vegetables to complete your safe vegetable collection? Broccoli and Brussels sprouts, the heart-protecting duo. Broccoli and Brussels sprouts are the final warriors in our golden vegetable lineup. Broccoli is rich in vitamins C, K, and fiber, stabilizing blood sugar and protecting the heart. Research from the University of Warwick shows that sulforaphane in broccoli reduces inflammation and improves sugar metabolism. Brussels sprouts, though small, contain glucosinolate, reducing the risk of kidney and eye complications. Both have low GI and are easy to prepare: boil, stir-fry, or roast. And now, as promised, the most critical value you can't ignore: listening to your body. Research from Stanford University shows that monitoring blood sugar after meals and tracking your food intake can help identify vegetables, even safe ones, that may cause fluctuations unique to you. Invest in a blood glucose meter and take time to observe your body. This isn't just about protecting your health, it's about loving yourself, ensuring your golden years are vibrant and joyful. Choose the right vegetables to live well with diabetes. The truth is, not all vegetables are ideal allies for people with diabetes, especially those in their golden years. Familiar vegetables like lotus root, pumpkin, pickled mustard greens, and potatoes, despite their benign appearance, hide starch or sodium, hidden enemies that cause blood sugar spikes without you realizing. According to the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, starchy vegetables can raise blood glucose rapidly within 30 minutes, putting significant strain on the sensitive bodies of people with diabetes. Understanding this not only helps you avoid mistakes, but also opens the door to a healthier, more peaceful life. So, what's the key to turning meals into natural medicine? People with diabetes, especially older adults, should prioritize low GI, fiber-rich, antioxidant-packed vegetables. Leafy greens like spinach and kale, and silent heroes like cabbage, raw carrots, cucumbers, and asparagus are golden choices. They not only stabilize blood sugar, but also protect the heart, boost immunity, and reduce complication risks. A Harvard University study shows that a fiber-rich vegetable diet can reduce the risk of sudden blood sugar spikes by up to 20%. But choosing the right vegetables is just the start. Equally important is eating in moderation, splitting meals, and listening to your body. Try measuring blood sugar after meals to understand how your body reacts to specific foods. This empowers you to take control of your health. Persistently choosing the right foods daily isn't just a habit, it's a journey of self-love. Diabetes isn't the end, but a reminder to live more meaningfully. Imagine each meal as an opportunity to nourish your body, filling your golden years with energy and joy. Dear friends, our exploration of 4 dangerous vegetables and 7 golden ones has concluded, but your health journey is just beginning. If this article has provided valuable insights, please hit the subscribe button for the Senior Health Vista channel to receive more relatable, practical, and heartfelt videos. Each subscription motivates us to deliver better content, helping you live healthier and happier every day. Wishing you serenity and vitality.